Welcome back to the show. I am Kachi Ofia, and you're watching Arise 360. Now, you see, let's stop with all the suspense and talk about that money-making party we spoke about as we check out today's music news. So, rapper Cardi B is the latest artist to make money moves by lining up a residency at the Palms Casino Resort in Las Vegas, aka Sin City. She is due to perform a string of dates in the spring at the casino's day and night club Chaos. Apparently, fellow rapper G-Eazy and producer Skrillex have also signed up for dates at the venue, which is due to reopen after a staggering $619 million renovation. Now, although it's not technically a residency in the traditional sense of, say, Celine Dion during 1,000+ days for a full concert venue takeover, instead, it sounds like Cardi B will just pop up there occasionally to perform a few dates. Well, a little Cardi is better than no Cardi. Now, rappers Jay-Z and Meek Mill have helped do something amazing. They've launched a criminal justice reform organization, and it is aimed at reducing the number of people in American jails. Reform Alliance is putting $50 million towards disabling the revolving door of probation and parole. Meek Mill was recently released from prison for parole violations stemming from drug and possession charges in 2008, and his conviction sparked a national conversation, with many high-profile celebrities calling for his release. Now, according to civil rights group, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, NAACP, Black Americans are jailed at a rate of 5 to 1 in comparison with white American offenders. Well, speaking at the launch, let's listen to what Jay-Z had to say.
Right? We don't want people that's in charge of the police areas to be in danger either. We want to be very clear. You know, if someone commits a crime, they should go to jail. But these things are just disproportionate, and the whole world knows it.
I'm like one of the lucky ones, even after all I went through, and you have people that don't have a voice, and I'm here to speak for the people who don't have a voice. I come from that side of the wall. I didn't ask to be the face of reform. I don't want to be the face of anything. I just want to bridge gaps and try to bring people together and make the world a better place, and especially for my culture and the environment I grew up where the system has a system that's basically targeted for people that look like me.
But here you have a young man who's creative, who's productive, who's innovative, who's inspiring young people, and for riding a motorcycle, doing a wheelie, he's put in jail where taxpayers are paying to keep him going, and he's not employing all the people he could employ and generating all the tax dollars he could do. It's just a cuckoo system, forgetting the social impact it had on him. And I decided then that I wanted to work with Michael and Meek and do whatever we could to try to change this system. It's not good for America, and it truly, I'm happy I had the chance and the exposure to see it. It's just crazy, and I hope everyone in this room gets behind this effort, and we can make America better if we really cure this problem.
America still has the distinction of having the highest incarceration rate in the world. Well, let's go away from that and talk about the Beatles legend Paul McCartney. He released the artwork for Hey Granddude, and this is his upcoming children's book due out in September via Random House Books for young readers. McCartney posted the artwork on his official website, paulmccartney.com, expressing his excitement to share the cover of his new children's book. He has actually produced several animated featurettes over the years, including 1984's Rupert and the Frog Song and 1997's Tropic Island Hum. He said that he personally prefers the old-fashioned way of creating cartoons, adding that he has always been in love with the, sort of hand-drawn cartoon style. And while nowadays computer technology is combined, he still prefers the old look as it's more artistic. Now, after wiping his Instagram and posting an announcement and breaking all our hearts, rapper J. Cole recently delivered his first release of 2019. It is titled Middle Child. So the T-minus produced track is centered around the theme of competition and touches on his beef with Drake. Aside from talking about his relationship with the Canadian artist, Cole also references rappers Kodak Black, Jay-Z, and 21 Savage. It is currently unclear if Middle Child will appear in his highly anticipated compilation album, Revenge of the Dreamers III, which Cole has been teasing as of late. Well, I guess it's just exciting and, really, really good to have him back. So the latest performance for the Brit Awards 2019 has been confirmed, and it will see some of pop's biggest names joining forces for a star-studded performance. So Scottish DJ Calvin Harris will lead the performance at the prestigious ceremony next month, where he'll be joined by previous collaborators Dua Lipa and Sam Smith, and of course, Rag and Bone Man. Now, they're expected to create a medley, and it will feature all three artists. This performance will see the foursome rattling through the likes of Dua Lipa's huge collaboration, One Kiss, Sam Smith's No Promises, and Giant, which was released by Rag and Bone Man earlier this month. So you see the connection? Well, the 2019 Brits will take place on February 20th at the O2 in London. All right, now it is from music to the creative arts now, because it is time to find out what's been grabbing everyone's attention over the last 24 hours in the world of arts and culture. So Broadway's longest-running production, The Phantom of the Opera, is celebrating another milestone as it reaches 31 years on the Great White Way. Now, it is based on the novel by Gaston Leroux, Phantom, and it tells the story of a masked figure who lurks beneath the Paris Opera House, exercising a reign of terror over all who inhabit it. Now, the Andrew Lloyd Webber show has played almost 19 million people and grossed over $1.1 billion. Now, this makes it one of the most successful productions in history. And the National Gallery of Art's signature spring show might just become the latest victim of the partial U.S. government shutdown. To the exhibition of 16th century Italian master Tintoretto is one of the most anticipated art shows of the year. It's set to open March 10th, along with two complimentary exhibits on Venetian prints and drawings. Preparations for the show are weeks behind schedule now. Because of the prolonged shutdown, 3 exhibitions at Smithsonian museums have also been postponed. The new dates have not been announced yet until the shutdown is over. Perhaps then we will get some new dates. And the king of pop is ready for Broadway, but he'll be heading to Chicago first. So a stage musical about Michael Jackson will premiere in the Windy City later this year before heading to New York in 2020. This production is called Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, and it is inspired by Michael Jackson's life and music. And it is still under development, but it will focus on the icon's career in his 20s to 30s, incorporating the music's icon hits and a book by the 2-time Pulitzer Prize winner Lynn Notage. And one of Latin America's biggest art fairs has announced its lineup of exhibiting artists, and fans are so excited. So the Sao Paulo International Art Festival, or SP Art A, is often called that. It will celebrate Latin American art in a specially curated section called Solo. So renowned artists from the United States will present at the famous Bienal Pavilion for 5 days. Created in 2005, SP Art is a global art event, and Brazilians love this because it is Brazil's main platform for arts dissemination and commerce. The fair runs from April 4th through the 7th of April. Now it is time for another quick break, but don't go away, because coming up, I'll be chatting with my guests and they'll have a huge surprise for us. Stay tuned.